Welcome to the Hamsey Analytics Daily Market Commentary. I'm Pablo Navarro. Today is Thursday, December 13, 2012. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline differential closed at negative 1,254. Nasdaq advanced decline differential closed at negative 523. We had 11 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and no new 52-week lows for the S&P 500. Pretty bearish action here on the breadth of the market. For the volatility, 514,000 contracts traded on the VIX today with 44 million in total premiums paid. For the dollar-weighted put-call ratio in December, we saw a 1.5 reading, which is neutral, with 24% of the total premiums paid. January and February and March were all bearish readings with 55, 16, and 0% of the total premiums paid. And May we have a big reading but very little premiums paid with 4% of the total premiums paid. Here we have the daily chart for SPX. We were down 9 handles for the day. Pretty bearish action here. We reversed from the highs and we were able not finish at the lows, but pretty significant sell off, 0.63% for the day, and we did break positive 1 sigma and finishing right now at 1419. Another important level here, we're watching our moving averages. We just barely closed above our 55-day moving average. We broke it intraday and we closed above it, which was kind of positive given what we had into context. No news today, just we sold off on the fiscal cliff like we have been doing every time someone comes to speak on TV. So try to leave that on the side and watch the charts here. We're still holding the 1414 level, which is the 100-day moving average. But we had this reversal yesterday, and today we continue it to the downside, which was not pretty positive here. Another interesting thing here, we have the SPY. We broke the breakout level. We finished below that level. We also break the upward trend line we had here. So we want to hold the 141.77 level. That's the 55 and 100-day moving average. They're fairly close together right now. So watch that level. But this 2-day reversal is interesting here that once we had started to go higher. So let's keep an eye on what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's try to end the week on a positive side. Remember, on the SPX, we had been 6 sessions on green. The couple of last times that happened, the 7th session was a red session. So we're still keeping on a norm, nothing out of the extraordinary here. On the Qs, pretty nice action. We talked about being bearish on the Qs. We want to go around sideways to down, and we broke the 200-day moving average and we were able to close below it. You could see here we tested our downward trend line on the high of the day and we failed to break it, then we went back lower. We also broke the 55-day moving average, closed below it, sorry. I'm still looking for lower prices here on the daily Qs. If we go to the IWM chart, here we have the Russell 2000 ETF. As you can see here, we're right at support. We have some further downside if we want to test the 55-day moving average at 81.70. So let's keep an eye on that. I'm still looking for my 84 level. Yesterday we talked about this outside day reversal. Today we continue to the downside. We want to see what happens tomorrow. Very low volume today. We had rollovers. So let's watch tomorrow what happens. For GLD, very bearish action here. 0.83 down for the day. Most of it was overnight. As you can see here, we had actually a green candle here. Futures were really down last night. And we broke the 100-day moving average. We talked about this level yesterday. Wanted to break to the downside. 164.97, that was the level to break. And we did close below it. I'm looking for 161.3. That is the 200-day moving average and the 155-day moving average. So let's keep an eye here on that level. That's going to be pretty important. I'm looking for lower prices on gold. For SLV, yesterday we talked about 1.5% higher for the day. Today we have 2.6% lower for the day. Very jumpy this SLV right now. I'm still looking for a test of the 30.9. That's the 100-day moving average. We're gonna watch if that's gonna be able to hold. I think if gold continues to pull to the downside, we're probably going to test that 33 level. So keep an eye on SLV 33. First, we need to break the 30.9. Apple, very interesting, down almost 2% for the day. And of course, it was on the pre-market. As you could see here, we have a flat candlestick. I'm still looking for a 500 test on Apple, so I'm still looking for lower prices. That would, in my opinion, would be a nice entry with a tight stop here. You could see, let's watch if we're gonna be able to make it either tomorrow or Monday. What happens here? 500 is the target. On Google, today we were up 2.5% in the morning. We broke out the 55-day moving average very nicely, but look at this reversal, finishing almost at the lows of the day. We're still closing above the 55-day moving average, which is positive, and we have our sloping trend line here to the upside. Let's watch how that works out tomorrow. I want some confirmation before jumping into this name. Last chart we're gonna look at is the RIM, BlackBerry here. Today we were up 3%. We were as much as 6% in the morning. As you can see here, yesterday we talked about a 14.25 target. We still have not been there yet, but as I mentioned yesterday, I would not be chasing this name.